Accepting tonight's award for Courage Under Fire is Mrs. Good's maroon Honda Pilot.
What's up, guys? Spenny. Remember that one time where Democrats spent the entire summer burning our country to ashes and killing cops after the George Floyd Summer of Love? And then they immediately turned around and said they support law enforcement, in fact, after January 6th, because it was politically convenient. Well, they're doing it all over again in the anniversary of January 6th, the one day of the year where Democrats pantomime support for federal law enforcement. If you want to know what Democrats really think of federal law enforcement, well, why don't you send them to the streets of blue cities? They don't actually support federal law enforcement. They want them to die. And they'll cheer on and march and venerate people that try and kill federal law enforcement. Right here, this individual's name is Renee Good. Renee Good is no longer with us because she wasn't good. She was actually a psychotic, warped left-wing activist who was a professional activist who was paying her. Somebody should figure that out. How does she have the money to just spend all day and all night here with her partner harassing ICE agents and impeding in federal investigations, which is exactly what they were doing? And then her partner here calls for murder as she screams, "Go, baby, go," as Renee Good stares right there at the ICE agent and then tries to mow him over, hitting him. You can hear right here the collision of the vehicle itself hitting the ICE agent. There you go. Hits him with the car. As we said at the top, as soon as we saw this story, that ICE agent is lucky to be alive. 1 foot over, then he'd be under the wheel well of the car and maybe dead. So nonetheless, Democrats are marching in favor of this individual who attempted murder against federal officers. So I guess you got to hang up the January 6th decorations. And you know what? The dumbest possible activist class is not marching in the streets of Minneapolis, but in the streets of LA, whatever's left of LA, as Hollywood decides to go further and further into wokeness and insolvency themselves, much like the state of California. October box office hits record low due to movies that no one asked for. Golden Globes, Mark Ruffalo, Wanda Sykes among Hollywood celebrities wearing anti-ICE pin supporting a woman who just tried to murder an ICE agent. Renee Good says, "Be good." So they're saying, we want to be the murderer, the attempted murderer. That's what Hollywood elites are saying here. Celebrities wear "Be Good" pins at the Golden Globe to honor far-left activist shot while ramming ICE agent with her car. I'm sure that'll bring middle America back to the box office. This is exactly what we need. This is how we get customers back into seats in our theaters. Right. Interviews like this.
By ICE agent.
The pin, "Be Good." Tell me about
Be
the
Good,
pin.
yes. Of course, this is for the mother who was murdered by ICE agent.
She was the one trying to do the murder. Watch how Wanda Sykes, by the way, why is Wanda Sykes irrelevant? Why is she relevant at all? When was the last time Wanda Sykes was funny? When was the last time Wanda Sykes did a funny thing or had a successful product? Talk about a DEI hire.
And
She was the one, notice the trick here. She was murdered. No, she was the one trying to murder an ICE agent. She was shot in self-defense by the agent who was rammed with a vehicle.
Really sad, and you know, I know people are out marching and all today, and we need to speak up. We need to be out there and shut this rogue government down, because it's just awful what they're doing to people.
Remember, January 6th. Never forget January 6th. Except for when you have to forget January 6th, because now you're in favor of killing federal agents and shutting the government down, right? Remember that. Here's Wanda Sykes. She's so funny.
And shout out to the Golden Globes for having me, because you know there's some people pissed off that a queer black woman is up here doing the job of two mediocre white guys.
2021 called, they want their joke back. Here we go. Here's Hollywood's biggest idiot, the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, explaining his attempted murder of a federal agent pin.
Message like this.
Here we go.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country, and what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's not.
Mark, why do you feel that this platform is still useful to spread a message like this?
Go ahead. Mark Ruffalo, net worth 90 million.
So this
90
is
million.
for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them. I love this country, and what I'm seeing here happening is not America. It's not.
Mark, why do
He's terrified. He's terrified with his $90 million net worth. He's so scared. How will he survive? How will you survive? You don't get even one gold-plated Shark Tank for your children to enjoy. Hollywood's still going with the woke BS. Mark Ruffalo wears a pin honoring a lady who lost her life trying to run over ICE agents. What a clown. They're trying so hard to make her the next George Floyd, but it won't work. She doesn't have the cool catchphrases, I can't breathe. But worst of all, she's a white woman, according to their ideology that makes her the oppressor. Better luck next time. Goodness. Wanda Sykes calling out Bill Maher to his face, presenting at the Golden Globes. Bill Maher, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just try less. Okay, so Bill Maher wasn't having any of the woke bullshit. Obviously, this was an attack on Bill Maher. Bill Maher was laughing at the activists who were trying to force him to wear the pin. It's much like Kramer.
or now?
Oh, come on.
Wanda Sykes also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously, and trying to use this platform for activism. Do you feel that's effective or no?
Oh, come on. We're just here for show business today. It was a terrible thing that happened, and it shouldn't have happened. And if they didn't act like such thugs, it wouldn't have had to happen. But I don't need to wear a pin about it.
I'm presenting the award for stand-up comedy on television.
Bill Maher is a real one, dude. He's a real one. Watch his expression as he gets roasted by Wanda Sykes. Low IQ, very low IQ, low energy Wanda Sykes.
A little less. Just try less. Bill Maher, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just try less.
Clearly a knock on the fact that Bill Maher interviews people like the Trump family and Steve Bannon and so on his show and does his level-headed best to be simply a good faith actor in culture and commentary. Is this a joke? Should he try to be less sane as a Democrat? These lemmings literally don't know what they are laughing at. Hollywood clown Mark Ruffalo wears Be Good pin on his jacket to honor a domestic terrorist who tried to kill ICE agents. All for a criminal murder. Here's the White House responding. Stephen Chung, assistant to the president, White House comms director. Poor thing, Mark Ruffalo, star of She-Hulk, is one of the worst actors in the business. More impressively, he's even worse human being, spewing outright lies because deep down inside he hates himself for knowingly subjecting the public to his god-awful performances. The White House has chimed in here. They wear out ICE pins while attending an event with some of the strictest borders. Security for me and not for thee. And probably, by the way, federal law enforcement running cover for this event. You know, you have the FBI and stuff like that, like securing the event. Sure. Right? When you have an event of, like the Super Bowl, for instance, HHS secures. Like when you have events of big enough magnitude, federal law enforcement takes over. That might be one of these events. It's amazing. And they'll trash them all the way. The clowns are just upset that my father closed Biden's open border so millions of illegals can no longer flood into our nation. And notice how none of them ever said a word about Lake and Riley being violently murdered by their beloved illegals. I don't care for AI, but if it wants to replace actors and screenwriters, I'm all for it. All the Hollywood degenerates were crying last night that nobody ever watched their low ratings because nobody gives an F. Mark Ruffalo might be the worst leftist moron in all of Hollywood, though the lesbo with the snaggletooth who loves Hamas is close. And Ed Norton is a way better Hulk. I like Ed Norton. From the Unfinny Files, Wanda, stop criticizing Democrats so much. Good grief. To Bill Maher. That's the secret, Cap. I'm always an idiot. Mark Ruffalo. This is digital director of the White House. Trashing also Ruffalo. From comedy king to second-rate hack. There we go. This is Judd Apatow. Remember this guy used to be funny? Here we go.
You know, that's water under the bridge. A lot has happened since then. That was 10 years ago. You know, since then we've had COVID. I believe we're a dictatorship now. And, but I'm still pretty focused on this Martian thing. I got to be honest with you.
You're so funny. If you're funny, it's so funny. Everyone's laughing. We laughed. Why are we laughing? Don't ask questions. Consume product. Move on. Consume next product. Hollywood actors use Golden Globes to support leftist who tried to run over federal law enforcement officer. Hollywood deserves to collapse into abject and total poverty and irrelevance. It's already happened. I think you could argue that. And it's happening at scale because of events like the Golden Globes. Nobody watched. Nobody cared. Nobody was tuning in. Can't wait for the ratings to come out. But the ratings for some of our studio partners that are trying to destroy Hollywood are out, and they're magnificent. Like, for instance, Angel Studios had a box office smash #1 animated movie in the world with David released over the holiday season, and I think they are going to break records with Young Washington. They are making actual cinema and actual entertainment that the American people want. They're not woke. They're in favor of God, family, and country. And their new movie, Young Washington, I think is going to absolutely break records. It just looks so great. It has an all-star cast. Here we go. Support Angel Studios. Become a member of the Angel Studio Guild. Information below. Young Washington trailer. Can't wait for this.
What do? We fight! Hold your ground! There is no retreat!
What are you called?
My name is George Washington.
Help make this the #1 movie on America's 250th. Pre-order tickets at angel.com/250.